What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. It's been about 88 days since I released a video. I think that's what it said on YouTube. Thought I should just release a update video on everything that's done. Not much, only cosmetics mainly. I thought I'd just explain how we did everything. It might help you in the future in case you run into an issue or doing the same thing. Starting in the trunk, we have gotten the terminal cup holes cut out on both. If you look closely, there is glue in the back of this one. We got the screw holes in now, but we had to glue a piece of wood inside there and seal that terminal cup because we drilled a hole too big and it's kind of no reversing it. So we put a piece of wood to hold the terminal cup in and glued it in place, and it's held. We used some construction adhesive, which it's not going nowhere anymore, so hopefully we don't got to replace that. And then other side as well, we got that one in. That one we cut smaller because we got a different bit, and of course got the wires ran on it, heat shrinked. It's full tilt audio wire, and then next to that on each side are the LED wires ran through a little hole filled with caulk, so there's no air pushing out of it, no air gap. Those are coming outside the box, of course. The LED lights, the brand is RGB Halo Kits. The website's rgbhalokits.com. A little pricey, but it's, when I say it, it's more than plug and play. It's super easy. Literally put it down, plug it in, put the power to it, and you play it. You can download an app, or they come with a remote. Super easy to work with. Let's go to, I'll go back here. It's a little easier to see. But inside the box, of course, is that reversed terminal cup. We did that so it would make it a little easier to access, one, in case we have to unhook the wires in here, and two, it makes it look a lot nicer inside the box. There's that wires coming out, the LEDs going into that hole filled with caulk. I use these white tie downs. It'll also reflect light a little bit since they're white, but use white tie downs on the LEDs just to hold them, because air is going to push on a little bit, or over time heat will just start peeling them off, so that'll make sure those will stay. And then for the wires, I used the black screw tie downs. It was actually for cable wires, but they were recommended for, but they were the same size as this 8-gauge wire that we're using for the subwoofers. I brought those all the way to the corner, and of course we're going to bring them up this when the subwoofers get put in. This is the same on both sides, same exact thing. I try to make it an identical layout just in case I get nitpicky one day and want to change it. I don't have to. Here's the port. It's all painted nice. On the front, it's this faux fur, FUX fur. We got it from bigzfabrics.com, I believe is the website. Bought it in a pretty big roll, and it wasn't super expensive. We got 20 plus yards for a few $100, which is pretty good in case we make a mistake. These are the wires that are going into the speaker pod. I'll show you here in a second, but yeah, the speaker pod will come across here on the top. I have a previous video showing what it actually looks like mounted up, but here's the LED strips that we have on both sides. We got the two in the box on each side, and we have this one and that one as well, just to lighten up a little bit, make it a show car, of course, or try to. And then we have two underneath the footwells. You can't see because they're hidden. That's the purpose. And of course we got all the wires still right here. Still the normal jazz. We just got some stuff, cosmetics done. Here's the side of the box. It's the same on both sides. When we were doing this, had a little bit of trouble with getting the window in because the fur would tuck inside, and it is a super tight fit. You don't want no fitment issues when that window's in, because then it'll rattle around, make noise. So we had to cut back a lot of fur, but it looks good now. When we did this, it was a contact adhesive, so you would spray it on the wood and then spray it on the fur separately. Let them dry a little bit to make it sticky, of course, and then put them on and they would stick, and those would be the only two things that stick to each other. And then when we got it all stuck up, of course, we took the weather stripping down, and then we used a staple gun to the air compressor. I'm pretty sure a regular staple gun would work, but we were fancy, got a compressor with a staple gun. Just stapled against the edges and then all over along, just in case it does heat up one day, stuff happens. But those wires that were to the B-pillar, to the speaker pod, are actually underneath the fur. Probably not the best idea in case we needed to access them, something happens, blah blah blah, but it happens, and if we need to, we can always cut the fur out and redo it. But these are the wires that I over to the pod. Those go underneath the fur, and then of course underneath our little hidden spot to the back. But other than that, oh yeah, let me show you the speaker pod that's going above. We got the speakers put in. They're not mounted or anything. They're just laid in there. We thought it'd be cool to just put them in there. It looks kind of nice. And then we'll have the hole going in the side of this for those wires, and we'll just jump the wires. We'll connect it to this one, connect to this one, jump this one to this one, jump that one to that one. That way we ain't going to run 4 wires. It's literally the same thing, since they're being wired together either way. It will be wired down to 2 ohms for each, I believe. But future plans after all this, we have the wood ready to cut. You can see the it's called mat board we got from Hobby Lobby. We just put it down, outline the car. It's pretty easy. And then we're going to put that on the wood to get the trace out, and then put the wood in, and we could start mounting the amplifiers in soon after Black Friday. That's when I'm going to start ordering the battery, the distribution blocks, all the big stuff to start wiring everything and getting everything planned. We still got to do the big 3 upgrade underneath the hood because we haven't done it. And we're going to do a battery delete underneath the hood to have just all the power supply coming from one area, because it's an AGM underneath the hood. Saves me a little money just using the batteries in the back. We'll have 2 kilo 110s running everything, which should be plenty. And then while that's being done, the subs aren't technically in yet. We could have them in, but we're waiting on our buddy. He's going to do the seats for both seats for a pretty good deal. They're a little stained. We just don't want the seats to be done. They get put in, and then somehow the sub gets tore up in the process. Just minimizes that. And then the headliner's going to get done as well. Just put some darker material up to make it look nicer. That's pretty much it. We're gonna get all the wires put up, of course. There's a bunch in where the feet go. Well, other than that, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys have any questions about anything I've done, or just anything in general. Might be able to help. If there's not, my dad can help. But that's it. I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.